What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and this is my setup. So, I've got two different setups. One is a bin with nootropics in it that has kind of a fan blowing into it. That's where everything is stored, and then there's kind of the active table of stuff that relates to my stacks particularly. I mean, these are just the stacks that I'm taking and the stuff that I'm experimenting with. If you hear the thunder outside, we're totally having a storm right now in eastern Pennsylvania. It's pretty cool. So I want to bring you into this and show you kind of just a trick, a simple, easy way to capsule material if you don't have measuring spoons or if you don't have a capsule maker. Now, I think you should absolutely have a capsule maker, because when you're gonna start making scales at stacks at larger scale, like say you have a stack you respond pretty well to and you want to take it 3 times a week, it's a better idea to kind of make that stack all at once in one sitting, so you don't have to keep fussing with powder and getting everything dirty and powder everywhere and stuff, and even taking the time in the subsequent days. Okay, but if you're going to be making one-off stacks without a capsule maker, that you just need to quickly weigh something out and put it in a capsule. I want to show you a really simple, super non-scientific, but simple way to do it, just using capsules and 00 capsules particularly, okay? Okay, so we're closer into my kind of daily stack formulation setup here, and I want to just turn the scale on. So this is a Gemini milligram scale, which is one I always suggest to you guys. And look, the consulting clients paying us like lots of money to do 6 months of consulting, it's the same scale. You do not need to spend a whole lot of money on a scale. This thing's like 21 bucks on Amazon. So that thing's good, it's balanced, it's zeroed. I'm gonna take a measuring spoon here, and for the record, these usually come with certain nootropics depending on the company. This one, oh my God, this is taking it way back. This is old school adrafinil scooper from Powder City. They used to give these ones from Powder City, and I still have it. So I've got some cognizant here. This is just CDP choline in a particular formulation, and I'm gonna put some on the scale, doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's that. And that weighs out to 78 milligrams. So that's actually ends up being the dose that I typically suggest for people to start with CDP choline, and then adding a racetam in, because most people just don't respond to higher doses initially, and you kind of got to see where you're at. So that's what basically 75 milligrams looks like. I'm gonna take my capsules here, so I'm gonna shift this back a little bit. We can turn the scale off because we don't need it at this point. We want to save battery power on that thing. It kind of eats battery power, especially if you're making a lot of stacks like I do. These are 00 capsules, the red, because red is like super awesome. They're just simply gelatin capsules, and I don't particularly have a preference with gelatin over vegetable capsules. Kind of doesn't matter to me. So I'm gonna open up the bag. I'm gonna grab a red capsule. And then this is what I want to show you. I mean, this is like, it's so simple. And I think a lot of folks are like, man, how do I get these into capsules if I don't have a capsule maker? You definitely should have a capsule maker. I mean, it just makes the most sense, especially for bulk making stacks. But I'm gonna take this, this capsule here, and I'm simply going to push the content in with the other side of the capsule. So you have one side of the capsule, and then you have the big side of the capsule. I can literally push it in, get it down into the big part of the capsule. It might be hard for you to see, so I'll try to hit it from this side. You see what's happening there? We're just simply pushing the stuff in. I mean, that's all we're doing. And that's it, you have it on the scale. Get the rest of what needs to be pushed in there in. And you're good. Now, in the event, so here we have a capsule with our 75 milligram CDP choline in it. In the event that you have to fill a capsule completely, it's harder to do that, which is why you have to have one of these tools. One of these tools is this tool here. It basically comes with all capsule makers. It should, and it essentially just allows you to push the material down. You see what I'm doing here? I'm taking this, I'm pushing it right in the capsule. And I don't have any material to push down because it's not a lot of material, but I'd be pushing the material down to pack it and then continue with that process. And then simply, here's the other end of the capsule. You put the capsule on, dust it off, and there you have a nootropic capsule of just 75 milligrams, 78 technically, of CDP choline, okay? So listen, I think you should get a capsule maker for sure, but if you don't have a capsule maker, that is an easy way to put nootropic capsules together. People think that it has to be more complex than it is, or it just generally has to be more complex, or that the most experienced among us use these super crazy tools with robots. Is really not that. It's a Gemini milligram scale, some simple measuring spoons. I have a capsule maker, but in some cases, if I'm making a one-off stack, like I've been taking bromotain pretty somewhat regularly over the course of the last couple weeks, then, I'll take my bromotain. This is bromotain that I still have left over from a company called Limitless Life Nootropics. Put it on the scale, make a capsule, and I don't have to worry about the capsule maker or any of that BS, okay? So I hope that makes sense, and yeah, check it out. I mean, this is my setup for the stacks that I am dealing with now. I've been taking some phenylalanine as of late. Here's some coliracetam. That is just a great option for a good bit of processing speed. Always have theacrine in the mix for energy. Here is the mighty uridine monophosphate. Man, that stuff is so powerful. I even have some phenibut in here, and that's not something I take, but this is something that I'm formulating for a friend of mine, not a client, to experiment with. I keep advising the guy against it, but he insists he wants to try it. GPC, but what this is over here, these are Cortex capsules, okay? Because Cortex is a rock and stack. You always have to have Cortex capsules. No setup is complete without some Cortex capsules around. And you can do all kinds of cool things with Cortex capsules. You can manipulate it. You can dump a little bit out and then take almost one full capsule and then stack it with the racetam. There's just so much you can do. That's my setup. Make sure that your capsules are 00 capsules. That's just the best size. And if you're talking about combo racetam trio stacks, you're gonna need enough room to put the compounds in there, and then you don't end up with like 4 or 5 different capsules. You end up with like 1 or 2, which is better. 00 capsules is the way to go. Thanks so much for watching. Hope that makes sense. Please use this simple strategy to save you a lot of headache. You don't need to have a robot and a robotic super setup here to formulate your stacks. In the one-off cases, or even if you're making a couple different combinations of things, you can simply use that strategy. All right, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Remember, everything that we put on this channel is brought to you by a couple products. Look, we got awesome nootropic products, really intended to give you powerful brain energy and take your understanding of nootropics to the next level. Number one, Cortex stack. Look, right now, no better time to get it, 20% off at livecortex.com. You just have to use the coupon code 20. It takes 20% off however many bottles you buy. I mean, that is awesome. Always a discount. Right now, the Nootropics Masterclass, that's a video course. It's about an hour and 15 minutes that takes you from where you are to the 6-year mark. That is the masterclass of using nootropics. I mean, look, people at that level stack differently, formulate stacks differently, adjust stacks differently, know what to stack together to get the right benefits in a very distinct way. It's just a whole nother level of understanding nootropics. 20% off, livecortex.com. Last thing, if you are a business person and need help with nootropics, you have to look into either the 1-month intensive nootropics consulting package or the 3.5-month or the 6-month package. I mean, those are targeted toward that. Viking, Testosterone Protocol, all of our digital books, basically everything else at livecortex.com, with the exception of some of the bigger consult packages, are 20% off using that coupon code 20. Go get it done at livecortex.com. Thanks so much for being with me. Talk to you next time.